Hello, everyone. This is Bridget from the EC Fitness Center bringing you your weekly yoga. I hope you all had a wonderful 4th of July weekend. If you haven't heard, as a reminder, we are opening the gym on August 2nd. If you have any questions, please email Haley or myself. We will be sending out more information as we hear. So go ahead and find yourself comfortably seated on your mat, and we'll get started. Find yourself seated. Legs can be crossed, bottoms of the feet can be together, butterfly position, knees open. Legs can be in front of you, straight out. Fire log, one leg up and over the opposite. Elongate your spine and close your eyes. We're going to start out with some breath work. Just find your breath. Elongate your spine. Feel your sit bones connected to the mat. Feel, envision in your mind the lower part of your spine. Glowing a beautiful, bright red. See a bright red circle at the base of your spine. Take a deep breath slowly through your nose. Hold at the top. And exhale. Deep breath in slowly through the nose. Hold at the top. And exhale through the mouth. Breathing in slowly through the nose. Hold at the top. Open mouth, exhale. See that beautiful red ball of light at the base of your spine. Now I want you to visualize tree roots growing from the bottom of your spine, straight down through your mat, through the floor, down into the earth. When it meets the earth, it will spread deep and wide, all the way down to the core. See this in your mind's eye, the area between your eyebrows on your forehead. Visualize tree roots all the way down deep into Mother Earth, spreading down and wide, all the way to the core. From here, take a deep breath in through your nose. And then exhale out any stress or worry or concern, anything on your list. Take it all down into Mother Earth to be transmuted. Anything you don't want to hold on to, Continue to keep breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. From here, we're going to roll our shoulders up and back. Feeling nice and grounded. Shoulder rolls back and reverse forward. Taking our fingertips to the mat, chin to chest. And look up. Right ear to right shoulder. Left ear to left shoulder. Slowly drop the chin to the chest. Continue to roll your neck in circles, nice and slow, clockwise, and then reverse counterclockwise. Slow neck rolls. And reverse. Feel that opening and stretching and warming up. Reverse. And find your head back to neutral. Taking your left arm up and over. Stretch that side body. Stretching your left arm up and over to the right. Keep your sit bones on the ground. Feel the stretch from your left hip all the way up through that left fingertips, reaching to the right, and hold. Breathe. And release. Right arm up and over to the left. Keep your sit bones on the mat. Stretch that right hip through to the right fingertips. And release. Inhale, both arms to the sky, looking up, hands together. Dropping to your chest, prayer pose. Here you can set your personal intention for the class today. What brought you to your mat? Bring it to your mind's eye and let it go, slowly meeting me on all fours for cat and cow. Find your tabletop position, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Drop that belly down, tipping the head back, cow pose. And arch the back. Drop the head, cat. Moving through cat and cow at your own pace. If you want to hold one a little longer, if you want to move these a little faster, up, down, up, down, or slow it up. Continue cat and cow at your own pace. From here, if you'd like to drop your hip to the side, to the right and left, tick-tock. You can add that in, add your head moving to the same side as your hips. Really stretch to the side. Feel that opening in the hip and glute. Tick-tock, side to side, hips. From here, drop that seat towards your ankles, arms keep them forward, third eye to the mat, child's pose. Breathe in child's pose for 5 full breaths. Child's pose, knees can be together, slightly apart. You can take your knees all the way nice and wide. Child's pose. Breathe. Slowly finding yourself onto all fours, tabletop again. I want you to straighten your left leg out behind you, point your toe, and stretch your right arm forward. Bird dog. Pull your tummy in, hips should be level to the mat. If it's difficult to balance, you can take your arm down, just keep your left leg back. And release. Right leg straight back. Hold it up, point the toe, and stretch that left arm forward. Bird dog, opposite side, and hold. Pull that tummy in, hips level with the mat. Release, other side. Left leg straight back, right arm forward. If you'd like to move your elbow and your knee in towards one another, and then stretch it straight back out for 5. Please do. Or just hold. And other side, right leg back, left arm forward. Again, if you'd like to bring your elbow and knee in towards each other, and then straighten it back out for 5. Please do. And release. From here, taking our cat and cow pose, opening our low back. From here, we are going to shift again, side to side with our hips as we start to create a circle. So we go side, front with our hips to the other side and back. So we're doing nice big circles. And as we do that, we're arching the back as we come forward, and we're dropping that belly into cow as we go back. So it's a nice big circle, and you can make this circle as big as you like. Hips come forward as that back arches. As it comes back, we drop that belly. Breathe. Feel this opening in the hips, that sacral chakra, that second chakra energy. Orange circle below your belly button. And now reverse the direction. Hip goes to the left, back, right, and forward. Nice big circles. Drop that belly as you come back. Arch that back as you come forward. Warming up sacral chakra area. Your hips, glutes. Nice. From here, child's pose for 5 breaths. Breathe. Child's pose. If at any time you want to come back to child's pose, please do. Moving on all fours, you are going to tuck your toes, and we're going to press our seat to the sky, our first downward facing dog. Bend and straighten those knees, pedal out your feet, and breathe. Stretching those feet, stretching your calves, hamstrings. Slowly walk your feet in towards your hands. Let your head hang down, forward fold. Hug those elbows and rock side to side. Nice and slow, ragdoll pose. If you'd like to place your hands up underneath your feet or grab onto your big toe, let the head hang. Otherwise, hug those elbows. Rock it side to side, nice and slow. Feel those hamstrings stretching. Slowly rolling yourself to standing here. Feel nice and strong on your feet. Standing mountain pose, chest forward, chin up, shoulders back, palms forward. Feeling nice and strong here. Inhale your arms high. Hands come together, stretch it straight back. And then we're going to slowly swan dive back down into the forward fold, letting our arms hang, fall to our sides, and slowly roll our head down. We're going to inhale here and straighten our legs as much as we can and our back. Halfway lift and hold. From here, I like to press my chest down and my shoulders come back naturally. You have a mirror you can check. This will stretch the low back. You'll see I have my hands on my quads above my knee to support my low back. Slowly roll down into forward fold. You can take your hands behind your calves. Pull your third eye in towards your knees. Hands can be behind your ankles. And breathe. Massage those ankles, the tops of your feet, the back of your ankles, the back of your calves. Fight or flight. Clearing this energy. And slowly roll up, vertebrae by vertebrae, back to that mountain pose, standing forward. Palms forward, chin up, chest up, shoulders back. Inhale your arms high. Hands together, stretch back as far as you can. And then swan dive down into the forward fold. Let your head hang. Inhale, halfway lift. Straighten those legs. Straighten that back. Exhale, forward fold. Place your hands down on the mat in front of you. Step your left and right leg straight back into a plank position or push up. If this is too much, drop onto your knees. Go ahead and lower yourself down onto your belly. So keeping your elbows in towards you. Chaturanga. You're going to keep your elbows in towards you. Pull your forehead forward and then lower yourself down onto your stomach. From there, pull your head up. Cobra position. For me, I'm in Sphinx right now. I'm on my forearms and my hands are spread wide. Cobra, your arms are going to be back a little bit further, more towards your chest, and you're pulling your chest up. To transition here, I like to move through all fours, tuck my toes, and then press my feet to the sky. Pedal out your feet. You're in downward facing dog here. Bend and straighten your knees. Walk your feet in towards your hands. Let your head hang. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold and roll up to that mountain pose. Inhale, arms high. Hands together, stretch back and swan dive down into the fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, back into the fold. Hands coming down, step back into plank and hold. Hold your plank. Again, if this is causing any pain or discomfort, drop yourself to your knees. From plank or from all fours, chaturanga, lower yourself down onto your belly and pull that chest up so you are in cobra. From cobra, transition to downward facing dog. Pedal out those feet. From downward facing dog, you're going to inhale and lift your right leg to the sky. Bend that knee, let that hip open up, and do 3 circles forward with that knee and 3 circles back. Really opening up that hip. Straighten the leg to the sky and swing that leg through to lunge position. Holding your leg up and pressing that left hip flexor down to the mat, and then straightening that front leg, and then bending the front leg. Straighten the front leg and bend. Feel that hip flexor stretch. Straightening and bending that front right leg. And bend, drop that back knee. Make sure the front leg is at a 90 degree. Stretch that hip flexor even further and hold. Pull it back. From here, if you'd like, you can move your arms straight up to the sky or one arm straight up, balancing your right arm above this right knee. Or both. If this feels too much in the hip flexor, I always tell people to just pull it back. If you do pull it back, what you can do is straighten this front leg. You sit your hips back. You can feel that stretch down through the hamstring. And then alternate, pull it forward. If you have issues with your knees, you might not want to do this. Just stay up, popped up on this, not down on your knee. So arms can be up, or your arms can be down, and really stretch that hip flexor. Listen to your body. You can pull it back into a half splits. Really straighten that front leg. Feel that hamstring stretch. And move it back and forth. Again, if you have issues with your knee, you can just pop that left leg up and just continue to straighten and bend that front leg. From here, whatever is most comfortable for you, get those hands on the mat and then take that front leg back. I'm on all fours. It's easiest for me to tuck my toes and then get back into downward facing dog by just straightening my legs, pressing my seat to the sky, pedal out your feet. We're moving on to the left side. Inhale your left leg high, bend that left knee, opening the hip, and circles forward for 3, and knee circles back for 3. Straighten that left leg and swing it through, lunge position. Pressing that right hip flexor to the floor. That left knee is bent, and then we straighten that left leg and bend that left leg. Drop that hip flexor. Straighten the left, bend the left. Straighten the left and bend it. You can stay there or drop your knee down and continue to move. Drop that hip flexor down and straighten it back. From here, if you'd like to raise your arms up to the sky or one arm straight, drop down into that hip flexor stretch If it ever gets to be too much, back it off. Again, if you'd like to straighten that front leg, drop the hips back. You can feel that hamstring stretch, but pay attention to that opposite knee that's down. If that's too much, pop back up into that lunge position and let that knee rest and just straighten and bend that left front leg. Listen to your body. Everyone is different. We're getting into the hip flexor and hamstrings here. You want to drop yourself all the way back into that half splits. That left leg is forward and stretch. And bring it forward from here, whatever's easiest. I'm on all fours. Take that left leg back. I drop into cat and cow in between. Tick-tock those hips side to side. Do those circles with the hips. Goal is to continuously flow through the movement. Nice job. From all fours, camel pose. On our knees. If this is uncomfortable, go ahead and take a seat. On the knees, all the way up. Hands behind our low back, fingertips down, and dropping the head back. If you want, you can take your hands and drop it back. Leaning back, touching your heels, or just holding your hands behind you. Otherwise, support that low back, fingertips down. Again, if this is too much on the low back, just take yourself seated. Place your hands behind your low back, opening your chest and shoulders. Hold camel pose as long as your body is asking, and then meet me seated position. Seated position, once you find yourself there, taking the bottoms of your feet together, opening your knees, butterfly, spine nice and tall, eyes closed. Find your breath here. Pulling on your ankles, pull those heels in as close as you can to your body. Really opening up that groin, hip. Press those knees down towards the floor. Breathe, you can grab onto your big toe. You can massage the tops and bottoms of your feet, your ankles, those calves, up to the knees. Inhale, exhale, drop that third eye, drop your forehead down towards your toes, and hold. Let your head hang. Press those knees down. I use my elbows to press them down towards the floor, opening up that butterfly wing. Use your hands to press it down. Let that head hang. Breathe. Feel the groin, hips open and release. Legs forward, spine nice and tall. You shake out your knees. Inhale, arms high. And stretch those fingertips towards your toes. Drop your third eye towards your knee. And hold. Inhale, exhale, stretch that forehead further towards your knees. Feel that stretch in the back of the legs. And release. Taking your left leg and bending it up and over your right leg. Keep your right leg straight. You're going to take your right arm and twist. Looking over your left shoulder. I like to take this arm outside of the bent leg as I twist. Some people will take their elbow, hold their arm up. Spinal twist to the left. Hold and release. Straighten your left leg. Bring your right knee bent up and over your left. Left arm twists up and over that right knee. Looking up and over. Spinal twist. Looking up and over our right shoulder. We're going to do this 2 more times on each side. Really twisting. Feeling the stretch in the back of the shoulders as well. Release. Bend the left leg up over the right and twist to the left. Release. Right leg bent over left and twist to the right. And release. Bottoms of the feet together. Butterfly stretch. Pull those legs in towards your body. Pressing your knees down towards the floor. Drop that third eye towards your toes. Feel how much deeper. And release. From here, eagle wrapping our arms, taking our arms, goalposts out to the side. Closing them in towards one another. I want you to take your right arm up and underneath your left. And wrapping it up and around. Eagle wrap. If this is difficult, taking your arms out to the goalposts and then closing them together as close as you can, elbows and hands, and holding here. Otherwise, eagle wrap, right under left, and then twist those palms together. Feel the stretch in the back of the shoulders, and breathe. And release. Drop chin to chest. Looking up, right ear to right shoulder, left ear to left shoulder, and neck circles. Nice and slow, one direction, and then reverse. Eagle wrap, opposite side, hands out to goal post. Bring those shoulders, elbows, and hands in front of you. Take that left arm up underneath your right and twist it up and around. Think palms together and hold. Again, if this is uncomfortable, you can take your arms to goalposts and slowly bring those elbows in together. Elbows and hands and hold. Breathe. And release. Shoulder rolls. Up and back. Forward. Release. From here, finding yourself on tabletop. Tuck those toes. Pressing yourself up into downward facing dog. Bend and straighten those knees. Pedaling out our feet. Inhaling our right leg high. Bend that knee. Straighten the leg and swing it through to lunge position. Dropping that back heel down on the ground and inhaling our arms high. Hips are forward. Warrior one. Bend that front knee. If this back leg is causing you any issues, you can pop up on to that back ball of the foot. Hips forward, knees bent. Arms straight up. Warrior one. Feel the stretch in that left hip flexor. Again, if you'd like to drop onto that back heel, hands now are going to come down and behind us, clasped together, and open up the chest. If you'd like to open up your hips here into warrior two, please do. Keep that front knee bent. In side angle, I like to drop my arm down onto my forearm, down onto my leg, left arm high. And spill that left arm down onto the mat, right arm onto the mat. We're in a lunge position and kick that front leg back. Pedal out your feet. We will repeat this other side. Left leg high. Bend the knee, straighten and swing it through. Drop that back heel or stay up. Either or. Inhale, arms high, hips forward. For warrior one. Feel that hip flexor stretch. And that right side that's back. Bend that front left knee. Arms are up. You can have your arms on your side. Focus on that hip flexor opening. Hands are going to drop behind you. If you'd like to open up your hips to the side in a warrior two, clasp those arms behind you, open the chest. If you'd like to tip your head back, you can, or keep it neutral. And release into side angle. Left arm is above the knee, right arm is high. You can also take your left arm down to the floor. Side angle. And release. Kick that front leg back, downward facing dog. Drop yourself to your knees and into child's pose. Nice job. Child's pose for 5 breaths. Just plugging in the computer here. It's getting low. Hold your child's pose. Nice job. Child's pose. From here, we're going to move onto our backs. Whatever way is most comfortable for you. If you'd like to sit down and rock and roll, dropping yourself back and forth, rolling and massaging that spine. Or just go ahead and lay on your back. We'll meet you there. Rock and roll all the way down, hugging your knees in towards your chest. Breathe. Pull those knees in. Straighten out your left. Point those toes, point and flex. Rotate the ankles one direction and the other. Pull that left knee in, straighten the right. Point and flex those toes, rotate your ankles. Pull that right knee in, straighten your left, taking your right knee up and over to the left side, spinal twist. Keeping that right arm to a T. Breathe. And slowly release. Left knee coming in, right leg straight. Take the left knee up and over to the right, keeping the left arm out to a T. Feel that stretch. Breathe, getting ready for Shavasana. Hold this pose for a few seconds longer. And if there's any other pose your body is asking you for today, maybe it's bridge pose, pigeon pose, thread the needle. Feel free to get into that now. If you'd like to take your mat and slide it towards the wall for legs up the wall pose, please do that now. Listening to your body, I'm laying on my back and I'm letting my knees fall side to side. Windshield wiper. Breathing, getting ready, prepping for Shavasana, where we will remain still and find our normal breath. Once you are ready to meet me in Shavasana, please do. If you're at the wall, I want you to scooch your seat as close as you can to the wall. The legs will go straight up in the air and then rest your ankles on the wall. If you are on your back, you can straighten your legs out, arms on one side. For myself, I take the bottoms of my feet together in a reclining butterfly. You can hold Shavasana at home as long as you like. Maybe place on your favorite music. Anytime during the day you need a break. Take one last inhale, exhale. Again, if you'd like to continue stretching in any of your poses, that's fine. This is your practice. For those of us in Shavasana, the goal is to remain still and breathe. Relax your face, your cheeks and jaw, your neck, your skull, your shoulders, letting your body sink into the mat, sinking into Mother Earth. Your back, chest, let it go. Your hips, legs, feet. Once you are ready, come out. Wiggle those fingers and toes. If you'd like to roll over on your right side, fetal position, or slowly move into child's pose. Finding our way to seated. Spine nice and tall. Eyes closed. Inhale your arms high, hands to heart center. Thank you so much for sharing your time and beautiful energies with me today. Namaste.
Thank you. If you have any questions, email Haley or myself.